Hey, what's up guys? Derek Deschamps here for Exclusively PS, your source for all things PlayStation. Here's your PlayStation news for the week. Deep Silver Volition announced this week that their upcoming title Agents of Mayhem will make its way to the PS4 on August 15th, 2017. Agents of Mayhem is an open-world action-adventure game being developed by the makers of Saints Row Volition Studios and takes place in the same universe. The game follows a group of super agents who are trying to save the city of Seoul from an evil organization of supervillains known as Legion. Players choose their squads of 3 characters from a group of 12 Mayhem agents and can freely swap them out at any time based on the situation at hand. Agent skills are customizable along with the ability to upgrade their weapons, gadgets, vehicles, and base of operations. A new trailer was also released this week showing all 12 agents in action, as well as the first look at the game's box art. Watch for Agents of Mayhem coming to the PS4 on August 15, 2017. Developer Gazillion announced this week that Marvel Heroes Omega will be making its way to the PS4 for free this spring. Marvel Heroes Omega is a free-to-play action MMO where players can play as characters from the Marvel Universe, including Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, and the Avengers. The game takes place through many famous Marvel locations, including Hell's Kitchen and the Realm of Asgard, and features a 9-chapter story campaign. A closed beta has also been announced as coming to the PS4 prior to the game's launch this spring. Developer Atlus announced this week that Persona 5 players will not be able to use the PlayStation 4's share feature when playing Persona 5. Both the ability to upload screenshots and videos has been disabled from the title. Atlus also threatened YouTubers that anyone showing in-game content past July 7th in Persona 5 will do so at the risk of being issued a Content ID claim, or worse, a channel strike or account suspension. Atlus also advised YouTubers and content creators that no clips longer than 90 minutes should be uploaded. This came as surprising news to many, as most game developers encourage YouTubers and gamers to share their games and allow viewers the option of choosing spoiler-free content if they so desire. In response to feedback received after the recent launch of Mass Effect Andromeda, BioWare's Aaron Flynn posted on the Mass Effect website stating that the company has been poring over comments and feedback looking for ways to evolve and improve the game. The first wave of improvements were released this week in a new patch that addresses lip sync and facial acting during conversations, as well as localized voiceover work. The patch also now allows players to skip ahead when using the galaxy map for travel. BioWare also outlined the improvements that the team plans to make in the coming months, including improvements to the character creator, as well as many visual improvements to hair, character appearance, cinematic scenes, and animations. They also stated that they plan to add more cosmetic items to the game free of charge, as well as introducing enhancements to the multiplayer experience in the form of new weapons, characters, and maps. A former Argentine soccer player, Diego Maradona, has threatened to file a lawsuit against Konami this week for allegedly using his image in Pro Evolution Soccer 2017 without his permission. The news came via Diego Maradona's Facebook page, where he stated that his lawyer will be issuing legal action against Konami, and proceeded to say he hopes that this is not another scam. Maradona's likeness is featured in the My Club mode that allows players to assemble a dream team of professional players, both past and current. Square Enix announced this week that NieR Automata's digital sales and total units shipped has now surpassed 1 million units. This marks a huge success for the game, which launched in early March. NieR Automata is an action RPG developed by Platinum Games that follows an android resistance in their efforts to reclaim Earth from invading machine lifeforms. The game released to critical acclaim, currently holding a Metacritic rating of 89 for the PS4. Sony announced this week that Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy, Jak 2, Jak 3, and Jak X Combat Racing will be making their way to the PS4 later this year. The PS2 classics will be uprendered to 1080p and include full trophy support, as well as share play, remote play, and activity feed features. Jak X Combat Racing will include both adventure and exhibition modes, as well as local split-screen multiplayer. However, no online mode will be included. The PS2 classics will be available via download on the PlayStation Store later this year. A free trial for Dishonored 2 was released this week for the PlayStation 4. The free trial allows players to choose from both the game's main characters and grants access to the first 3 missions. All progress will be carried over if you decide to purchase the full game. Dishonored 2 is a first-person action RPG where you play as one of 2 supernatural assassins battling their way through the streets of Dunwall to the coastal city Karnaca in an attempt to take down your enemies and restore Empress Emily Kaldwin to her rightful throne. The Dishonored 2 trial is available as a free download now on the PlayStation Store. White Moon Dreams announced this week that its upcoming PSVR title StarBlood Arena has officially gone gold. StarBlood Arena is a virtual reality arena shooter where players take control of one of 9 distinct ships, each with its own pilot and loadout to give it a unique playstyle. Each ship's loadout is comprised of 2 gun systems, a heavy weapon, protective shields, rocket engines, missile systems, and proximity mines. Players will compete in single-player, co-op, and multiplayer matches through 5 different game modes to unlock ships, weapons, and auxiliary modifications. Watch for StarBlood Arena coming to PSVR on April 11th, 2017. And that's all your PlayStation news for this week. We'll be back next Friday with a new episode, so be sure to hit subscribe. I'm Derek Deschamps. I'll see you next week.